Mr. Sandeep Sekhar. Yes, sir. Can you tell us something about yourself? Yes, sir. Sir, I am Sandeep Sekhar Jena. I live from actually Kolkata. I completed my graduation from Ranatha Commerce College, Kolkata in 2017. After that, I joined Bhubaneswar in 2019. Passed from 2019 from applied physician biology. After that, I joined DRDO for my project on DRDO of PhD Odisha. Then after that, I have been preparing for the OAS. Your schooling is from Gopinath Dev Vidyapeeth. Yes, sir. Why it is named as the Gopinath Dev Vidyapeeth? Sir, actually, it is a temple or god Gopinath Dev locality. So, Mr. Sandeep, as you told, you belong to Khordha district. Can you tell me why in our freedom struggle, Khordha was in news? What is the role of Khordha? Basically, sir, Khordha was the last free fort of Odisha. And in 1817, the Paiko Vidraha, is the Paiko rebellion, which is described as the first war of independence against the British. And it took place with the leadership of Boxy Jagmohan. That's why it is in news. Do you think that it is the first war of India's independence? Sir, Paiko rebellion. No, sir. Actually, there are many regional wars before the Paiko rebellion and after also Paiko rebellion. So, if we consider them as it is not it's a nationwide impact, so we cannot call it as a first war of independence, sir. But in Odisha, it is definitely sir, a first war of independence. Then, which is considered the first war of independence? Sir, actually, if we look at the time scale, there are various areas like Sannyasi rebellion, also Mokla rebellion. That is the regional. Yes, sir, regional. Sir, Sepoy mutiny can be considered one. Yes. Yes. 1857 Sepoy mutiny. So, from Odisha, who participated in the Sepoy mutiny? Can you say? Sorry, sir, those who participated in the Sepoy mutiny. Surendra Sai. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I am forgetting. And Jackie Kuntia, yes, sir. Both of them they participated in the revolt of 857. They have also passed completed a PG from Fakir Mohan University. Yes. Can you say what is the role of Fakir Mohan? Fakir Mohan sir called as the Vyasa of Korean literature. He started his writings basically focused on the Korea society and literature, and that time the social evils and issues basically. Reflected to his writings. Reboti, the first Odia story, which was written by Basakovic Pokemon Senapati. After that, he has various writing like Lakshma, Mamu, Prayaschitta, Chamana, and also very simple language of his writings also actually attract people, and it also very much impacted on the our social awareness actually among the people. Mr. Sandeep, you work in DRDO. Projects that actually considered. You have not mentioned. Is that with my special achievement I have been one project from Sir Niger and another from selected as Udon. One project from the PhD. Before that I worked under the Niger. What is DRDO? The Defense Research and Development Organization, which was basically focused on the research and development of various artillery weapons, missile technology, as well as various medical devices also for our society. Who is the chief of DRDO now? The G. Satish Reddy now is the head of DRDO. What are your weaknesses, Mr. Sandeep? Sir, if I say about my weakness, sir, I am overthinking actually. Sometimes it makes me put some in some troubles, but sometimes I can handle it, sir. But I am working on it, sir. Don't you think that overthinking would jeopardize in the administration process and you should not be selected due to overthinking? Sir, this belongs to my personal space actually. I think it cannot affect my professional life. How it cannot affect? Can you give us an example that under your professional capacity it has not affected? Sir, when I think if I'm employed as a civil servant, my first priority is to serve people, sir. So in this sphere, I think I will be very much tolerative and very much cooperative with the people, sir. So, but in a personal space, I think I am a little bit, sir, overthinking.
What are the problems in our defense sector?
Indian defense sector, sir. The Indian defense sector, I think we had already some problems, but nowadays, due to Make in India initiatives, we are actually progressing. So the problem, I think, sir, actually the manufacturing sector of defense weapons. Most of the weapons we have imported from USA, Russia, and Israel, sir. Like drone technology from Israel, and S-400 like missiles from Russia, and the helicopters from Apache like helicopters from USA, sir. So, but due to Make in India initiative, nowadays government focused on the domestic production of various domestic production of various sir, defense weapons and tanks also. But there are some ways many long to sir go, but research and development for the defense there is very little scope in India, sir. Actually, being a ballistic student, sir, frankly saying that there is very much less scope for a student to be in a resource field in ballistic.
Do you have keen interest in defense?
Yes, sir. As a ballistic student, I have also interest in defense. Even if I have tried to Indian Air Force two times and I rejected in the final actually sir, SSB.
Mr. Sandeep, you as you mentioned that you are interested in defense.
Yes,
You
sir.
also mentioned that there is a problem going on in India as far as the research and development is concerned. Then why civil services? You could have pursued your career in the defense sector and you could have contributed more into the country than being a civil servant.
Sir, I can say about the problems I faced from my childhood. Sir, I spent my whole childhood in a very backward area, that is Krishna Prasad area of Puri, where the general progress in social progress was very poor, sir. They have very less connectivity, very less telecommunications facility. So, very basic facilities are not available in that area. So, my childhood has spent this area. So, I faced the problems of the ground roots, sir. Second thing, during my post graduation, when our head of the department arranged a sir, class that we teach to the students about the recent development of science and technology, I felt that there is a much more problems with the implementation of the policy, sir, actually. So I think this can be issued. These issues can be addressed through the civil service.
What kind of qualities do you possess to be a civil servant?
Sir, I can say I am very hardworking, sir. I always try to gain knowledge, sir. I am disciplined, and these are sir, some of my quality. I think I could be a better civil servant, sir.
Can you give us an example from your own life where you have used or you have shown these qualities?
So first of all, I have started preparing from OCS around 2021 February, sir. In this meantime, I clear prelims, mains, and here for interviews, sir. Actually, so this shows I am hardworking. And another thing, sir, I am very tolerant towards anything that some bad impression or bad comments cannot affect me. Actually, I take it the positive criticism way, sir. So this thing I think also helped me to be a civil servant in better way.
Sir,
Mr. Sandeep, you have mentioned in your hobby writing and reading Odia poems.
Exactly, sir.
You must have known about some of the Odia poets.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you name?
Sir, I usually read the poems of Gangadhar Meher, Sohagpur Gangadhar Meher, Kavi for Radhanath Rai, and Premiko Kavi Madhaman Singh, and Godavari so Mahabharata.
How you are inspired by their writings or their poems?
So basically, the writing the nature, writing about the nature, writing the glory of nature, sir, inspired me to write the Odia poem.
So what types of poems you write?
Generally, it's a nature love.
Can you recite one of the best poems?
Sure, sir. Why not? Sir, recently I had writing something on the Borsa, sir. So I can write, I can recite, sir. ଦିଦୃକ୍ଷୁ ମମ ନୟନ ସଦା ଲିପ୍ସା ହୃଦୟ ବହି ବିବକ୍ଷା ମୋର ଶବ୍ଦ ଅନେକ ପିପାସା ଉଠେ କାହିଁ ଦର୍ଶନ ତବ ଦୁର୍ଲଭ ପ୍ରିୟା मिले थरे जुगान्तरे अभा प्रतिदिन लागे जुग सम पीड़ादायी प्रतीक्षारे केते कुह बा करिबी प्रतीक्षा श्रावणी को तुम पाई भूली गलଣି କି ଫେରିବାର ପଥ ଅବା ଅଭିମାନ କାହିଁ ପାଇ ଶୁଭୁ ନାହିଁ ତୁମ ଦ୍ୱନ୍ଦ୍ୱ ଭୀଷଣ ବଢ଼ୁ ନାହିଁ ସ୍ପନ୍ଦନ ଦିଶୁ ନାହିଁ ତୁମ ଶୁଭୁ ନାହିଁ ତୁମ ଦ୍ୱନ୍ଦ୍ୱ ଭୀଷଣ ବଢ଼ୁ ନା ସ୍ପନ୍ଦନ ବଢ଼ୁ ନାହିଁ ନିସ୍ତ ହେଲା କି ସୌଦାମିନୀ ତବ ଦିଗନ୍ତେ ଝଲସୁ ନାହିଁ ଗଗନ ପକ୍ଷରେ ଦେଖୁ ନାହିଁ କାହିଁ ଘନ କେଶରାଜି ତୁମ ଖେଳୁ ନାହିଁ କାହିଁ ସମୀରଣ ତହିଁ ପୁଲକିତ କରି ପ୍ରାଣ ଆସବ ଶ୍ରାବଣୀ ରସସିକ୍ତ କର ଏଧରା ବକ୍ଷକୁ ଧରେ କୋଟି କୋଟି ହୃଦୟର କୋଟି ପୀଡ଼ାର ଯେ ମହୋଷଧି ତୁମେ କୋଟି ପୀଡ଼ାର ମହୋଷଧି ତୁମେ ଅଧିସା ପ୍ରାଣଦାତ୍ରୀ ଦେବୀ।
So thank you. From the beginning of the poem, there are some difficult words. How come those words come to mind?
Sir, when I write for nature, this automatic comes to my mind. I don't give any effort to get this verse.
You tell me what are the four words? Four
Sir,
lines.
first word is Didruku. This means Didruku. This means the desire to see, sir, actually. And Didruku mama noyana sada. Lipsa means to gain or to labha karibar ichha, sir, lipsa. Yes, sir. Didruku mama noyana sada lipsa hode boy pibakya means kahibar ichha, sir. Pibakya moro sabda aneka pipasa uthe kahi.
So the poems you write from your imagination or from your own feelings?
Sir, my own feelings.
What is wastecraft? That is another wastecraft.
Yes, sir. Sir, generally in my free time, I use some useful things from the waste actually, like plastic bottles, used dresses, which was actually old dresses of mine. I use some craft actually.
From old dresses, how
Yes,
do you
sir.
prepare some craft items?
Yes, sir. Sir, old dresses I cut into pieces, make a frame actually, and I stitch them with my sir needle and thread to make some design on them. Sir. And another thing I make generally, sir, the pen stand and go through the used plastic bottle. Another thing I can say, sir, using the bottles by cutting in two pieces and again gluing them with a chain, sir. That can be a thing which can be kept like sketch pens, pencils. We can keep in there. I can make this.
So utilize your time.
Yes, sir. Another thing I made, sir, eco bricks. That is in a plastic bottle. I have tried to fill with the polythenes which are used of the wrappers and completely packed with them. It very becomes a very strong and very hard. Then I try to make it some tool-like structures for climbing or picking the book from the shelf.
Mr. Sandeep, you have seen Odisha since last more than 25 years. You have seen what Odisha is. Then my question is, what is the Odisha of your dream?
Sir, in my dream, Odisha has a very much potential. Odisha has due to its mineral resources, natural resources. It has very high potential, but still it is not achieved yet. So I think there are certain problems like government is planning very well, sir. But the problem is the middle way and the implementation part, sir. Government has various problems, various provisions for the people, but I think they are not implemented properly in the ground root. So in my answer, first of all, Odisha first education was one of the some major thing which can be addressed in the administration. Second one is the sir, women empowerment and the child development or the is the child mortality, child development. Sir. Another thing I can say, sir, industrialization. Industrialization 3.0. We India Odisha actually needs. So these are the things we can address. And another thing you can say, sir, curbing the corruption actually.
Sandeep, what are the recent development in physics?
Sir, recent development, we can say the last year the Nobel Prize they got about the atmospheric design of Earth, physical atmosphere design. Another was sir the sir they were the I'm forgetting one I'm forgetting. And sir, three among them, two were getting prize for the modeling of the Earth's atmosphere and physical atmosphere, and another is for the sir, redesigning of a a critical structure which can be transformed into mathematical formula actually. That is from K. Paris, that is the scientist who got Nobel Prize last year. And sir, if you think the applied part, recently sir, the James Webb Telescope, which was successfully imaged the space, that was I think the recent one, which is an applied field, sir.
Who is James Webb?
Sir, I don't know about the nitty-gritty about that. I just read about that.
There is a term called as dark matter.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, the exact definition I cannot say, but I can make you understand, sir. Actually, if you have a like this glass, sir, may I use this? Yes, sir. So, if we think what is the mass of this glass or what is the weight of this glass, then this is the addition of the all water and air inside it. But the object, if we think that the water this much weight and air is this much weight, and if we sum it, and still the total weight of the glass is higher than that of glass, than those some, then we can say there is some matter inside there which we cannot see. That is dark matter. So dark matter basically is a substance which don't interact with the electromagnetic wave radiation. It cannot absorb or cannot reflect or cannot divert the bright lights. This is a dark matter.
Okay. You must have heard about how the universe has created,
Yes, sir.
isn't it?
Yes, sir.
There are certain theories related to the creation of universe.
Yes, sir.
One of the prominent theories is the Big Bang theory.
Yes, sir.
Do you think it is confirmed the way the Big Bang theory explains the universe is created? Do you think that this is the way it has been created?
Sir, as you said, sir, various theories are there. But sir, Big Bang theory, why we said that it is a theory which can be possibility of the Big Bang theory is very much similar to the formation of the universe, because sir, there is a term called expansion of universe actually. The scientists have discovered that before 13.8 billion years ago the Big Bang had happened. But sir, actually, when we observing the observed universe, the distance between the galaxies are increasing day by day. So this thing, the space of the universe between the galaxies increasing. So if we reverse the process, then one there must be a time when all these form a single point or the single inside a single point they must align. So these things are, I think this is the basic concept behind the Big Bang. All right.
So there are many things in the news related to the rocket,
Yes, sir.
and ISRO has been doing very commendable work into it, as well as there are many foreign space agencies who do it, be it private or the government funded.
Yes, sir.
And there is one company who wished to take humankind to Mars. There is also another company who wish to make space travel as a part of tourism. Do you not think that it is going to be a big problem if the moon and the Mars will be taken care by the human species? Do you not think that it will further create the colonization what has we have seen before, maybe 1200 or thousands of years before? We have seen the colonization on Earth. Do you not think that that should be avoided?
Sir, I think they are not the proper place for human civilization. Till now, either Mars or Moon, they have various problems like atmospheric problems, and there are not sufficient amount of water or oxygen for the living of the or human beings. Sir, there is a very much very big challenges are there to be settled in the Moon or Mars. Sir. But if science if science went to that extent, sir, we can be civilized in that society. And sir, I don't think there is a problem for being civilized there, as Earth has many problems and the population is rising day by day. So sir, so they are planning to actually settle in the Moon and Mars. Sir.
Have you heard about Stephen Hawking?
Yes, sir.
Can you name few of his works? Can you also tell us some of eminent physicists from India?
Yes, sir. I can say about the C.P. Raman, sir. Another is Chandrasekhar. Another is Satyendranath Bose actually. And I can say one of the Odisha who had died in 2021 December, Mr. Trilochan Pradhan, who was the head of the Indian Institute of Physics for a long time and Vice Chancellor of the Utkal University.
Have you heard about Pathani Samanta?
Yes, sir.
What is his contribution?
Sir, Pathani Samanta with the ancient time of Odisha. He tried to, sir, actually calculate the positions and movement of the stars with a few inch length the tube and written very much sir, particular data about the lunar eclipse, solar eclipse like this.
And can he not be considered as a physicist?
Sir, yes, sir, he can be. Sorry, sir.
Let's say you are in defense.
Yes, sir.
There is an instigation from Pakistan in the border. Don't you think Pakistan, as they are always instigating, they are violating the ceasefire, we must declare Pakistan as an enemy country to us?
Sir, as far I know, India is actually peace-loving country. India never tries to attack first, and India always try to attack on a self-defense mode. If they try to fire on us, then sir, there must be a war. I think reply from the Indian side.
So my question is, should we declare Pakistan as an enemy state?
No, sir, I think you know say don't get sir. Enemy state why we said due to we have some border issues, but that does not sense that we have enemy for always time. We are trying to sir, diplomatically try to solve many issues since the Indus River Treaty also there which is a great sign of cooperation between India and Pakistan for world. I don't think sir we have enemy for a long time because Pakistan was a part of India, sir. Actually, yeah, Pakistan is a part of India. Sir, in the ancient days, it is part of India, sir. Before 1947.
How DRDO has been contributed in COVID time?
Sir, during COVID time, DRDO sir made various medical devices, sir, like ventilators and isolation rooms and sir PPE kits they are making, sir. And sir, and also one I think sir, I'm forgetting its name. One also medicine also DRDO developed due to.
DRDO developed a vaccine, can you remember?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to remember, but I'm sorry about that.
Mr. Sandeep, can you tell us something about the concept of Omnivir and how the recruitment would enhance our defense?
Yes, sir. Sir, Agnivir actually government India declared recently to actually the age the minimum sorry the average age limit of that Indian army that becomes actually 28 to 32 and government wants to bring it to the 22 to 26 actually by 2035. So this is the scheme which created a field for the youth and the young blood to become a part of the national service. Sir, this is a, I think this is a very good scheme government because it takes the students from 17.5 years and they can serve up to 20 to 20, 21, 22 years for the nation and with a good salary scale actually. And second thing we can say if we look at the changing geopolitics of the world, so like Russia and Ukraine war, as Russia is a big country and Ukraine is a small country, so its population also small. So when they have not sufficient amount of soldiers to obstruct the Russia, they appointed their civilian as their soldiers. Another thing I can cite an example of sir, Israel. They have a compulsory of a 3 to 4 year army defense service for every citizen, for boys, girls, everyone. So like this that this will create India for a very defense prominent country, and another we can prepare a sir actually civil army whenever the nation wants to survive. And after that, when the Ogniv is retired from their job, they have a good package of salary and a good package of money, sir. Like I think 11 to 12 lakhs they have in their hand, so they can contribute to like Make in India, Startup India, like. So this is a very good scheme, I think.
So you have chosen physics and public administration as your optional subjects.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that they are interrelated or in the relationship between physics and public administration?
Sir, I think due to my background, I choose the physics actually. And as I prefer to administrator be an administrator, so I want to need my curiosity the what is actually administration and the nitty-gritty of the administration. That's why I choose the public administration. And if I say that the relation between physics and public administration is a physics has relation in every field actually. If I say, sir, actually I can say you. Last year they had a question in interview board how Newton's laws of physics can be applied in public administration, in administration process. So, I think this is a very natural question, and anybody has a arising in this matter. I can say, sir, the Newton's first law like says about the things remains to its place and on continues its place until the force applied on it. So, like that, the system as is going on, when we cannot try, it cannot be changed. We have to make effort in ground level as an administrator to make changes, sir. So that this thing I think in the physics and public health also related, sir.
I think, thank you, Mr. Sandeep. We are done with the interview.
Okay,
Give us 2 minutes.
yes, sir.
We'll give you feedback and we'll call you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Please. Okay. Thank you, sir.
How was the interview, Sandeep?
Sir, some field I think I have to.
This is your first mock.
It's the second actually.
It's the second mock.
Yes, sir.
When is your OPS interview?
The 25th Sunday.
See, interview is all about how you carry yourself.
Yes, sir.
What is your personality? They don't test your knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Is it your first attempt?
Yes, sir. First attempt.
You qualified prelims means also.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So they will not test your knowledge. The interview board members, whosoever is there, it is there will be psychologists and two personalities. And they are thinking how you carry yourself, how you answer. It is not important what you say, it is important how you say it. Right?
Yes, sir.
If you know something, how you explain. If you do not know, how you explain, how you carry yourself. So we have a couple of positive feedbacks as well as there are few of the areas of improvement. There is nothing negative, but improvements, little bit of, I think everybody needs improvement.
Yes, sir.
So little bit of improvements are required. We'll talk about it. So first, starting with your dressing, are you planning to wear the same dress on the
Yes, sir. I think a white dress and a blue tie.
white dress and blue tie?
Yes,
Make
sir.
sure that if you are planning to wear a tie, your tie is proper.
Yes, sir.
The knot should be tight. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Like still observe a little bit of knot has to be on the top.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
And proper dress code is required.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
That's great. So you are aware about the formalities, dress code. If you are
Yes, sir.
wearing a suit, try to wear a suit with lace.
Yes, sir.
It makes more formal.
Yes, sir.
And little bit of your clean shaven and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Those are necessary things. The positive part is that we have felt that you are very good in terms of explaining the things.
Yes, sir.
And communication is good. Informations are also you have given a lot of insights. Very few occasions you have said that you do not recall or you do not remember. That's a good thing. You know about yourself. A small improvement which we felt is that I think, for example, like sir has asked you one question: physics and public administration.
Yes, sir.
What is the connection?
Yes, sir.
So instead of citing an incident, like sir, last time there was an interview question,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you could have directly persuaded.
Okay, sir.
You know what?
Okay, sir.
So I mean, you should not refer unnecessary things which are not the part of the question.
Yes, sir.
So try to avoid it. And
Yes, sir.
few of my questions also I have observed. You have given certain examples which are not to be mentioned.
Okay, sir.
Because always understand interviewers, the amount of scope you will limit, it is good for you.
Yes, sir.
Like the question on Agnibir, it is good that you have given an example of Russia, Ukraine, Israel, the good thing. But try to limit it. If you explain too much, there will be a lot of questions from that direction.
Okay, sir.
You know what?
Yes, sir.
So you are the driver of your interview. That means you have to know that okay, I am confident on that part. So my interview should end in this, so that if they wish to pick up anything, they can pick up from this line.
Okay, sir.
Always try to limit your thoughts and be precise what they are asking.
Okay, sir.
Do not give them a chance to either think that okay, that is unnecessary to mention that last time interview there was a
Yes, sir.
question. It was not required. Right?
Okay, sir.
So try to avoid those things, and overall your presentation is good, communication style is good. Your poetic, I would say the writing and reading Odia poems, it's very good. You have also mentioned few of the lines, and that's West craft is also good. You have a very good hobby. Try to have an understanding who are the famous personalities. If you are coming from physics background, you should always the first name should come that sir from Odisha is Patani, and then C.V. Raman, and then so on and so forth. You should not forget these names. At least from Odisha, you should never forget about it.
Yes, sir.
Important works, who is James Hall,
Yes, sir.
who is that personality is.
Okay, sir.
Stephen Hawkins, important personalities. Always try to remember, because you have done PG.
Yes, sir.
So physics background, there would be questions, because physics is an interesting subject. What are the recent technology? You have also worked as a DRDO, Niger. They will ask you from here.
Yes, sir.
In DRDO recent regarding vaccines and etc. Isn't it? Niger also they will ask you a lot of things. So overall it's good. A little bit I think you can also control your thought process. Number one, in the sense not giving them unnecessary information which are not required or which are not part of the question. Sticking to the answer what they are questioning you.
Yes, sir.
And the second point, a little bit of organized thought.
Okay, sir.
This is what we felt. And rest of the things, I think you are more than average.
Yes, sir.
We think that
Yes, sir.
you will do good in your interview. How's your main exam?
Yes, sir. All papers are. I think I was done good. Only one paper, physics paper one. There is something I failed. Actually, I left something around 30-40 marks. So that's why I'm in a dilemma, sir, whether I will make it this time or not.
If you have left 30 to 40 marks, so your personality is good. Try to be prepared with your personality. I think you will go through it. Sir. So everything is good.
The answer must be precise and to the
Yes,
point.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
sir. Okay, sir.
I
If you
will take
answer
it.
in a descriptive way,
Okay, sir.
so you give them a chance to ask more questions.
Yes, sir.
So that they will know about you.
So they will ask the questions from your answers.
Yes, sir. Sir, may I ask? Sir, actually, how the interview is going on actually, in 20 minutes they are asking 18 questions like a rapid fire mode. So they are not giving us time to think anything about it. Like it's an objective type question, like in school days are asked about this much. Raise your hand.
This is not a yes or no. Your answer must not be in yes or no. It's not a question answer session.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Interview isn't it?
You need to understand why they are asking so many questions. So they are asking so many questions to put you under pressure and how you are reacting to it.
Okay, sir. But sir, I think if this much question will be asked, and if I failed in 5 or 6 questions, that will hamper my mental
No,
peace.
no, do not
That will
think
be
about it. Again, I'm telling you, if you do not know,
Yes, sir.
it is not that you do not know. It is, if you know and you realize that sir I do not know or madam I do not know, how you respond to it.
Okay, sir.
That is the personality they are
Okay.
looking for. They are not looking for that whether you have knowledge. Already that knowledge is tested.
Yes,
Prelims
yes,
means you have knowledge. That's the reason you qualified.
Yes,
Right. Interview is also how you are reacting to it. If you are under pressure.
Yes, sir.
So I would say go naturally.
Okay.
And do not think about what it has been asked in previous. There are multiple groups available
Yes,
where
sir.
they do discuss about multiple things.
Yes, sir.
Don't focus too much on that. How much time is given to whom? 18 minutes, 40 minutes, 30 minutes. That is none of your concern.
Okay, sir.
Go naturally. Make 100 and 150 points about you, about your all of these achievements, your background. Make a mind map. Go naturally and be confident. Go as an officer and then give interview. That's it. Right?
Yes, sir.
So don't think too much. What will I do if they ask me 20 questions in 15 minutes? If you start thinking about it, you start nervous about it.
Yes, sir.
So let it go. Let it go naturally as it could be. That will be the best interview of yours.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Yes,
Don't
sir.
think too much.
Yes, sir.
That which students have got how many questions and what type of questions. Whether that will be repeated, whether the same board or different board. You should go naturally.
Okay, sir.
Alright?
Yes.
You improve yourself. Instead of thinking those things, you improve yourself.
Okay, sir.
And I'm sure that you will go through it if your means is good and you are well explained. A little bit of required like clarity of
Yes, sir, yes.
organizing your thoughts and not giving unnecessary information.
Yes, sir.
Will be good.
Yes, sir. Sir, another thing, they're asking about the typical ethics question like difference between intelligence and brilliance. Yes. And nationalism and patriotism. How to sir, address this question?
That is again the ethical dilemma questions or the morality based questions would come who you are,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? And always remember factual questions everybody can answer.
Yes, sir.
If you know the fact, you will immediately answer, okay, this is the person, this is the contribution. But what according to you is ethics or what according, that's the reason I asked you a question that you mentioned a couple of qualities.
Yes, sir.
Give us an example where you have shown these qualities.
Yes.
So be prepared for that.
Well, sir, the exact definition they are asking.
Not necessary.
No.
What according to you is intelligence and
Because
brilliance?
we don't have a ethics paper actually. It will be introduced in 2022, and they're asking from this season actually.
It's okay. A civil servant has to be ethical.
Yes,
A
sir.
civil servant has to be moral. And integrity has to be there.
Yes, sir.
These are the three most important qualities of a civil servant. Ethical, morality and integrity
Yes, sir.
with aptitude. Isn't it? Four most important qualities of civil servant. And you have to tell that what do you think about ethics. You can give us some example in your life if you have some.
Yes, sir.
And again, intelligence and brilliance, these type of questions, they look similar. But
Yes,
what
sir.
do you feel about it? What do you
Yes,
understand?
like
What is
difference
brilliance?
between them, sir.
You can give and quote certain examples.
Okay, sir.
What it is, sometimes we say that's a brilliant work and he's an intelligent person. There's a difference. Academically intelligent.
Yes, sir.
Brilliance is sometimes, brilliance has many definitions. If somebody has, the person might not be academically too strong but has done the work in a perfect way, that's a brilliant.
Yes, sir.
You know? There is no fault, that's a brilliant art. We say in often way. So it is all about, see, there is nothing on no standard definition of intelligence and brilliance.
Okay, sir.
According to me, brilliance will be different. According to me, honesty would be different.
Yes, sir.
My definition of justice would be different. According to you, the justice meaning would be different. My definition of empowerment would be different. It is all about how you explain. What is your attitude towards the particular question.
Sir, another thing, my inner voice is too much louder to. Okay. Yesterday I gave a mock test that your voice is too much louder. Try to reduce it. So you reduced here. Yes. Okay.
Your voice is not too louder, but the thing is, it should be crystal clear.
Okay, sir.
Sometimes what happens, we say many things, my voice is louder, but whatever you are saying, it is so lingering that the person is not not able to understand.
Okay, sir.
So you should tell slowly or precisely to the point so that each and every word, comes in the ear of the interviewers.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So again, questions would be more on that part, personality part. Don't think too much about the factual and ignore the personality part. A lot of questions you will face from the personality part.
Yes, sir.
You are good, but just a little bit of brushing up is required.
Okay, sir. Sir, you will, I asked you how is my range now as per the OPC 250 out of 250?
I think you are above average, I would say. At least you should go 150 plus.
150 plus.
That should we should expect. And provided if you are doing this feedback, it will work out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you have a diverse profile, as I understand. You do not have a work experience, that's fine. And you are a first timer, they definitely will give you a chance. Your career is also really good. You have also physics, everything is, that's a very interesting part. More interesting is your hobby.
Yes, sir.
So just carry with your hobby.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I mean that is where you will get question. Again, physics and public administration, interesting combination.
Yes, sir.
Expect some questions from that.
Okay, sir.
Situation-based questions also.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you can carry forward with a crystal clear, slow means in a reasonable speed of communication, make them understand, convince them that this is what I think, you'll go through it.
Okay, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you.